Previously here on the channel, I made an Arc Hunter build around the new exotic gauntlets, the Mothkeeper's Rafts, but in this video, I wanted to focus on the Strand subclass and a lot of cool things that we could take advantage of. Let's not waste any time and dive right into it. So these are the gauntlets. This is what they look like. Honestly, very unique in my opinion, but the main thing is the perk. Winged Eclipse. Your grenade becomes a cage of Loyal Moths that release on impact and fly toward the nearest target or ally. If they reach a target, they detonate in a blinding explosion. If they reach an ally, the Moths grant your ally a void overshield. Note, it can give you a void overshield, and 2 of them spawn whenever you throw, the grenade, and you also get 2 grenades base with this exotic. Now, the exotic weapon we're going to take advantage of is the Diris special grenade launcher that came with the season pass. This thing actually has a very unique interaction with the gauntlets, but let's just go over the perk first. Weapon enrages when dealing damage or taking sustained damage, gaining increased rate of fire while in range. We also have volatile launch with hand laid stock and its unique magazine perk, which pretty much continuously reloads it. It's a hive boomer grenade launcher, just boom, 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 very easy. And then its main thing, Loyal Moths. Final blows with this weapon create a Loyal Moth. The Moth will seek out nearby targets and detonate, damaging and blinding them. What's pretty cool is that with this grenade launcher paired with the exotic gauntlets, it actually has a very unique interaction that when you get a kill with the grenade launcher, instead of spawning 1 moth that goes out and blinds targets, it actually spawns 2 moths, 1 to blind and 1 that'll actually give the void overshield. Now, we do want to take advantage of certain things on the seasonal artifact, especially with the Strand build, because there's a lot of cool things with the Tangle. But let's go over what I'm using. First up, I am taking advantage of the Arc Strand Siphon combo mod. Pretty much if I get Arc or Strand weapon final blows rapidly, it creates an orb of power. I am using a Strand primary and the Diris is Arc. I'm also using an Arc heavy, so I'm going to be utilizing this. But if you're not using the Diris and you're using Solar or Void weapons, definitely pick up the Solar Strand and Void Strand Siphon combo mods. Now, next up in the 4th column, we have communal pickups. When an ally destroys or picks up a Tangle or Elemental Orb, again, the main thing is the Tangle because we're on the Strand subclass, Tangle cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds and you gain bonus damage with weapons matching your subclass for 10 seconds. I have a Strand primary, so that means it will get bonus damage for that 10 seconds. Next up, refreshing pickups. Picking up a Tangle or Elemental Orb grants energy to your least powered ability. We're already going to be taking advantage of Tangles. We might as well have our abilities refresh even faster. In the final column, we have some unique options here at the bottom. Elemental munitions. Combat final blows with Tangles or Elemental Orbs have a chance to drop special or heavy ammo. And with the new Hunter aspect, it allows the Tangle to roam around and kill targets, so that's even more opportunities to get special and heavy ammo. And then lastly, Frenzied stacks. Your armor charges grant bonus damage to your thrown Tangles or Elemental Orbs. Your armor charge now decays over time. This is essentially a weapon surge mod for Tangles and Elemental Orbs, and with the roaming Hunter Tangle, it's gonna be pretty broken. Now, under the Thread Runner Strand subclass, for abilities, I am using Gambler's Dodge. Dodge your target, get my melee back. Very simple here. For movement, I'm opting for triple jump, but you can use what you like. We only have the 1 melee, which is Threaded Spike. It does sever targets, and you can catch it when it comes back to get melee energy, but I'm not too worried about that because I have Gambler's Dodge on. Then for your grenade, it doesn't matter because the Moths have their own cooldown timer, so you can rock whichever one you'd like. Now, for our aspects, I am taking advantage of Widow's Silk. You have an additional grenade charge. Note, with the gauntlets, like I said, you already get 2 grenades, but with this, it actually gives you 3 grenades. Now, the second Strand aspect is the new one, Whirling Maelstrom. Destroying a Tangle will weave a violent, writhing mass of Strand fibers. The Strand mass seeks out and damages targets, emitting unraveling projectiles when it defeats them. This pretty much turns your Tangle into a Beyblade and just roams around and kills targets. For Fragments, we are going to be taking advantage of Thread Regeneration. Dealing damage generates grenade energy. It's a -10 to discipline, whether it's, ability damage, weapon damage, whatever. You do damage, you get grenade energy back, which does apply to the Moths. Next up, Thread of Transmutation. When you have Woven Mail, weapon final blows create a Tangle that is a +10 to strength, and the way we're going to get Woven Mail is through Thread of Warding. When you pick up an Orb of Power, it's going to grant you Woven Mail. Yes, it's a -10 to resilience, but if you already have 100 resilience, Woven Mail gives even more damage resistance, so that's going to be good in general. Then lastly, Thread of Continuity. Suspend, Unravel, and Sever effects applied to targets have an increased duration, so the Sever effect from Threaded Spike and the Unravel projectiles from Whirling Maelstrom will be able to last longer. Next, let's go over the armor mods that I'm using, starting with the helmet. Like I said, I am using the Arc Strand Siphon combo from the artifact. Then next up, I would recommend Ashes to Assets. Gain bonus super energy on grenade kills. The Moths do count as grenades, so if you get Moth kills, it's grenade kills. On the gauntlets here, I do like firepower. Your grenade final blows create orbs of power. Moths do count as grenades, like I said, so when the Moth kills a target, boom, free orb of power right there. I also like impact induction. Causing damage with the melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown. Then lastly, if you can fit it in, if I had 3 Ascendant shards to fit it in, I would. I do like bolstering detonation, so grants class ability energy when you cause damage with a grenade. On the chest piece here, you can honestly rock whatever combination of reserve and resistance mods that you like. Again, since I am using the Diris grenade launcher and also a arc heavy, I do want arc reserve so I have more ammo for those weapons, so just match that to whatever weapon type you're using. On the boots here, I am rocking arc scavenger, so whenever I go to pick up special heavy bricks, I do get more ammo with that. Also using recuperation, replenishes health each time you pick up an orb of power. And then lastly, arc weapon surge. Your arc weapons gain small bonus to damage while you have any armor charge. Your armor charge now decays over time. Basically, if you want armor charges, you collect orbs of power. Minimum, you can have 3 armor charges and they each last 10 seconds. So if we have 3 armor charges, that's 30 seconds of bonus weapon damage. Again, this also will apply to the tangle with the artifact perk. And then lastly on the class item, I am using Bomber. Reduces grenade cooldown when using your class ability. Also taking advantage of powerful attraction, automatically collects nearby orbs of power when you activate your class ability. Then lastly, Reaper. After using your class ability, your next weapon final blow spawns an orb of power. Now stats for you to focus on, we talk about this every video. Try to have tier 10 100 resilience. It's going to give you a 30% damage reduction in PvE, so definitely want to be able to take advantage of that for survivability purposes. Next up, I would focus on discipline because discipline is tied to the grenade stat, and we want those moths as much as possible, whether it's to go destroy enemies or heal us and our teammates with the Void Overshield. Now, you really don't need to focus on strength since we can get that melee back pretty quickly with Gambler's Dodge, so I would focus on mobility if you can. Again, mobility is actually tied to the dodge for the Hunter, the class ability, so the higher you have that, the better, but it's not really necessary. Like I said, the main two is resilience and discipline. For weapon options, there really isn't anything too specific you need to use here. Yes, I do highly recommend the Diris grenade launcher because of the cool interaction with the gauntlets spawning that extra moth for the overshield. And again, it is an arc special. I have an arc heavy, arc strand siphon, arc reserves, arc weapon surge, arc scavenger. I basically cater that to my armor mods and stuff like that. Now, no, I am rocking a Strand primary. What's pretty cool with this one, Rufus Fury, is that Demolitionist, again, kills, give me my grenade energy back even faster, plus Paracausal Affinity. I pretty much gain bonus damage if I have a subclass matching. And again, I do have the Strand subclass. It's a Strand weapon, so it gets bonus damage. So just keep that in mind. Also on the artifact, if someone picks up your Tangle, you do get bonus damage for your Strand weapons. So that's why, the other reason I am rocking a Strand primary. But if you're not rocking Diris, you're rocking a Solar or Void weapon, just cater that with your armor mods as well. If you're not catching the synergy here, it's pretty simple, to be honest. All you really need to do is just start throwing grenades, throw your moths out there, get kills with your weapons, and you'll be set. Let's say you're about to go into an engagement. What exactly is going to happen? Honestly, first thing I'm doing, I got 3 moths in the arsenal. I'm throwing moths like crazy, blinding targets, killing targets, giving myself and my friendlies Void Overshields for survivability. And again, what happens after that? One big thing to note is that firepower does happen, right? So that creates orbs of power from those moth grenades, and picking up an orb of power grants Woven Mail. That's kind of the first step here for the increased damage resistance. Whether you get a kill with the threaded spike that causes sever, or you get a weapon kill, you're going to create a tangle. If you destroy that tangle or pick it up and throw it, it's going to create that Beyblade tangle, the whirling maelstrom that sends out, the unravel projectiles and everything like that. Note, any damage that we do, Thread of Generation is kicking in, giving us even more grenade energy for our moss, and also, the Sever and the Unravel effects will last longer because of Thread of Continuity, and everything on the artifact kind of kicks in, right? We pick up that Tangle, Refreshing Pickups kicks in, so we get energy for our least powered ability, the Elemental Munitions, so when that Tangle roams around the arena, it's creating special and heavy ammo for us and our allies. And lastly, with the armor charges, you just collected an Orb of Power, that's an armor charge right there. Now, the armor charge has that 10 seconds, and not only do your weapons get bonus damage, your arc weapons specifically, but now your Tangle that's roaming around and killing targets with Frenzied Stacks now does even more damage to those targets. Now from there, it's a cakewalk, right? You can get kills with all your weapons, with Diris. Not only do you get the Blinding Moth now, but you also get the Void Overshield Moth as well. With the armor mods, the Arc Strand Siphon, as long as you get rapid kills with those weapons, you're creating Orbs of Power. Getting kills with the Moss procs Ashes to Assets, which means you get your super back faster. Again, with Impact Induction on the gauntlets, as long as you get melee hits with the threaded spike, you get your grenades back even faster. On the boots, every time you pick up an Orb of Power, not only do you get Woven Mail, like I said, recuperation kicks in, giving you health back, which is good. Every time you pick up Orbs of Power for armor charges, Arc Weapon Surge is kicking in, and every time you pick up ammo, Arc Scav's kicking in, so now you pretty much have guaranteed ammo for your special and your heavy weapons, which is fantastic. Then, lastly on the class item, every time you dodge, you get grenade energy from dodging. Powerful Attraction kicks in, so now every orb around you collect, giving you armor charges and recuperation as well. Then lastly with Reaper, as long as you get a weapon kill after that, that's another free Orb of Power. Essentially, with this build, you just want to create mayhem with all the moths and the tangle and the weapons in your arsenal, and you pretty much have great survivability on top of good damage resistance and ability spam. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is my Moth King Strand Hunter build. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm actually going to put the dim link for this build in the description, so if you want to copy everything that I'm using, down to the subclass, the armor mods, the weapons, even the drip, if you would like, including shaders and all that, again, you can copy it for yourself, test out for yourself, and let me know what you think. If there's something that you like better, a weapon, you know, a fragment, whatever, you know, certain armor mods, whatever, let me know in the comments, because I'm testing stuff out in this game all the time. In any event, if you like what you saw, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then turn the bell next to notifications so you don't miss out on another build video here on the channel. If you didn't know, we stream on YouTube and on Kick as well. That link will be in the description. Again, YouTube is mainly for specifically Destiny 2. Kick is more variety, so if you do want to hop in for Destiny 2 activities, you know, just hop in the chat, whether we're doing PvE, PvP, dungeons, you know, the Crota raid. If you do want to carry, I will be doing carries and help throughout the next couple weeks, pretty much the entire season, since there's not much else to do at the moment. But if you do want to hop in the chat, and if you want to be proactive, join my Discord. Again, people are looking to play Destiny 2, get activities done, but we're also talking about other games, PC tech, anime, and more. Lastly, if you want another way to support the channel, you can look into becoming a member. If you don't know what a membership is essentially like a Twitch subscription. You get access to the monthly badges, the exclusive emotes, and other cool things here on the channel. So if you would like more information, all you need to do is press the join button next subscribe, and that'll give you a rundown with all the details you need. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been your boy. We'll catch you in the next one. Sheesh.